Let's get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
Madden and college football heads, what's going on? It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video. And today I figured we'd talk a little bit about just hold patience and running between the tackles, just running in general. But on a lot of these plays, I know the blocking has a tendency to be a little suspect at times, but some of the problems that you may come across is the fact that the blockers are shedding faster because you're running and you're taking off way too fast in the hole, and you have to learn how to toggle between L2 and R2. You have to learn how to kind of hold L2 a little bit all the way up from the time that ball is snapped up until right about there when the ball is placed into the running back's hands, and then ease up off of it and then start to just add a little R2 and your jukes and cuts and all that kind of stuff. And as you see, as the spotlights are showing, the blockers will get out in front if you exercise a little bit more patience with your approach to the run itself. Now, I know sometimes you have to see it and hit it and go, but there are a lot of times where, once I get my box count in, and I can see, there's 5 guys in the box, 4 guys in the box. If you see my center right there doing a double and roll, a lot of times I like to give my center enough time, especially if I know they're going to double team that point guy or whoever the nose tackle is who may be trying to shoot that A gap. If they're going to double and roll, a lot of times I'll actually kind of turn my running back in the opposite direction just a little bit with the stick right as I get the ball. You could barely see it, but again, it's simple box count. This time you see 7, add an extra guy when I take him in motion. So now I'm just reading that backside guy as I see him kind of get caught up in the mix right there. And so, I just want to make it difficult for him to find a really good angle on me right there. And as you see, that's the user, and he just simply just commits a little bit too much to the middle of the hole, and then I just run back around the outside right there. And that's just patience. That's the patience of just slowing up before I get to the, into the hole and the tackles and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of time. Let your blockers get out in front, and the hole will kind of actually really open itself up for the most part. If you can have the patience. A lot of times, these guys have these inside stuff guys. They may have maybe rocking 2 inside stuff guys, and so I just make sure that I'm double teaming that front point guy, and then it just becomes a matter of just one-on-one, with the user. If he's going to try to shoot the gap, a lot of times the patience will make the user commit to the hole if he sees you running towards the hole, and then if you squeeze L2 a little bit more, it's going to slow you down a little bit more, and then you can actually kind of, slow your feet down even more, and then maybe cut even to the a different hole or the backside of a hole. So you see right here, just a little bit of patience right there. The juke moves, again, the juke moves and L2 kind of like go together. There is not a time right now where I'm running the ball where I'm gonna commit to making a juke with the right stick and I'm not gonna squeeze the L2 trigger like right before I do it. And it varies. It's not a full squeeze all the time. It's not a half squeeze. It just kind of varies. The same thing really holds true in your RPO game as well. If you have to click on to the guy that you're throwing to, and I know sometimes it may seem difficult, but as soon as you throw the ball, you can hit circle or B to click on to the guy. And when you click onto him, again, I'm slightly holding L2 because I want to gather myself. I want to give myself the ability to go in either direction. A lot of times we'll have these RPOs, we'll even have the numbers in the RPO, but a lot of times when we throw it to the guy, he just kind of gets stuck in the mud and doesn't take off. And so it seems like, yeah, like the RPO is not working. And in essence, it's really just our mechanics. And so, again, you have to click on, you have to slow down. You have to be holding L2, when you catch the ball. And again, just slightly. It doesn't need to be drastic. And then the change of speed is as needed or immediate, in some cases. And then in some cases, you may even have to slow down a little bit more because, the guy might have the outside leverage on the blocker and you may have to cut actually up underneath him. You know what I'm saying? And so you see right there, I didn't give the blocker a chance to really lock in, on the DB that time because I felt like there was pressure coming, there was a tackler coming from the backside. And so these same things apply in college. A lot of this stuff that you guys see me talk about applies into college and the Madden game. It's really, to me, it's all one and the same. It's about mechanics. You see the two lead blockers get out in front right there again, just squeezing that L2, taking enough time, to allow the blockers to get out in front, and then also squeezing that L2 again, when it's time to juke. And so I know it's just the running game, and it seems like, yeah, you just line up, guys are in front of you, you just run. No, it's a lot that goes into it. If you want to really, really, really be successful at it from a schematic standpoint and also a mechanics standpoint in terms of what you're doing with your guys. And so you just, again, you have to really be patient in the hole. You have to know when to use L2, when to come up off of it. Again, just give your blockers a chance to get out in front. Look at those great impact blocks right there. Hey man, the rambling wreck. And I mean, even down the field allows your receivers to get out in front. And it's just a matter of just knowing how to change speeds, when to slow down. Again, the slower you run, the slower the pursuit from the defense. Wow, look at that pancake block right there. Look at him just pancake a guy and then get up to the second level with the safety. And I think the college game does a lot better job in terms of sequences with the blocks, meaning the roll blocks and the doubles and all that kind of stuff and getting out to the second level. To me, the college game does a lot better job than Madden. Madden always seems a little bit scripted, even though the college does seem like that at times. It does allow for a little bit more natural fluidity and movement, as has been the case all year. Same thing with your RPOs. Got to click on. I would suggest, again, being on L2 in some way, shape, form, or fashion when you catch the ball, because it's gonna give you the ability to change direction, or just speed back up. And so right there, I know it doesn't look like I'm on L2 when I catch it, but trust me, I'm on L2 when I catch that, and then I just come up off of it and go straight to R2 to speed up, if need be. It's all in a case by case scenario kind of basis. And so again, but the from the mechanic standpoint, the rules are all the same. It's just making sure that you're clicked on, squeezing L2, ready to get to R2. Man, read the reviews, fellas. I'm telling you, man, it is what it is. But it's almost league time. I need a few more guys. Get at me ASAP. Time and spots are running out. It's your boy Coach. I'm out.